Hello and welcome back to FNAF World. Return to Animatronica. Today I want to make a review of the game, talking about 3 things I like about the game and 3 things I dislike about the game. Now, before we even get started, guys, as usual, I like to remind you to smash that like button. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it because together we share the love we share for the FNAF world. Also, if you subscribe, that will be amazing of you. Thank you so much. Let's get into today's video. I figure I could do an honest review of the game because so far I have 66 hours in the game. I've been playing this game non-stop repeatedly, really. And now I feel like I could really give my opinion on the game and what I think about it. So first of all, this is a Roblox game. As you can see in this skin, it has the Roblox sign in the back. And Scott Coffin actually started out with the Roblox engine. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you look back in the games, it has the Roblox symbol. This is how he started developing FNAF games to begin with. So, very first thing I have to say that I like about this game is the world itself. The world itself, I find it really awesome that you could just find invisible trees and go through. The fact that you could explore around and find all these secrets. At the beginning I found it really hard, but at the end of the day I actually found it quite satisfying to find these glitches and going back into these worlds and exploring, and so much exploring to the point of exhaustion, to be honest, because I was always thinking there was some secret that I had to discover that I was missing. Over and over and over, I kept thinking, I gotta push further, I gotta look harder, because there's something out there that I'm missing all the time. And to be honest, once you find everything, that hype is kind of gone. So, as usual, I say the journey is what matters, and the journey to explore this world was actually quite amazing. So that's my favorite thing. That's my number one favorite thing. Another thing that the game did that I really ended up loving is it has puzzles in the game that you have to figure out. This is a perfect example of one of those puzzles that you have to solve these colors by pressing these balloons and figure out the pattern and the code for the puzzle to open the door and get baby, which is behind the security door. So once you solve the puzzle, you open the security door and you're rewarded with a new character. But even harder than that, having to figure out how to unlock Ballora here, the whole figuring it out and having to work to know what to do actually made it really rewarding to finally get the character. So for sure, the puzzles they put in the game, I really think they were worth it. I think it's very satisfying once you solve them. The puzzles are another one of my favorite things in the game. But for sure, nothing in the game beats the satisfaction of exploring the world and noticing something, and when you go and all of a sudden you discover a new character hidden in some hidden location or some hidden secret, and to discover that, it's so satisfying. So for sure, between exploring the map and discovering all these amazing characters, getting to unlock not only the main characters but also exploring the world and finding secret characters. Another thing besides collecting all the characters is that they have their own unique creations. The game offers its own take on a lot of the characters as well. For example, as you see right here, They have their own characters, which is quite amazing actually. I really like that part of the game as well. Having to collect all the characters, I'm clearly missing some characters, but it's not a big deal because I'm so happy that I got to unlock so many characters I wanted. And as a bonus on top of that, the fact that every character has unique skills to them, and you get to learn what skills are what and how they fight and how to use them. I can't express the time I played here. I ended up really liking and feeling kind of attached to certain characters in the game. An example for that is Little Red Chica here. I ended up liking her so much. I'm really a fan of Little Red Chica now. I really am in the fan base of the FNAF world in general, thanks to this game, because I got attached to Chica in general. Chica was already one of my favorite characters, but this game just emphasizes how I like them even more. So all these characters and collecting them is definitely for sure one of my favorite parts of the game. Top notch collecting for sure. And I can't wait until they add more characters. They recently added more characters in the Halloween event right here, and they added some really cool looking characters. But I can't wait. For example, I know there's more characters like the Glam Rock Freddy and all the Glam Rock Bonnie and all of them that I'm sure and I hope that someday they'll add to the game just to make this game even better than it already is. Unfortunately, this game, just like all games really, suffers from a few things that kinda hold it back to being such a great game that it could be. Now, let's talk about 3 things that break the game. For sure, one of the things that bother me the most about this whole game, for example, here we have Arena of Lolbit, and I've been trying to make this work for the longest time. I've actually brought my family and friends here to try to all work together to figure out how this works. It says broken arcade machine, and we try, and all of us, and I actually made a video talking about this where we were all just trying our best to fight Lolbit, because only by fighting him we could unlock him. But nowhere in the game or anywhere online does it explain why we can't do it. And to me, it's really been really frustrating. It's been for sure one of the most frustrating things in this game for me. Now, I did promise this was gonna be an honest review. And as an honest review, I gotta give it to them that today that I decided to do a review of the game, I noticed that they fixed the broken arcade machine. They actually fixed it, and now you could come to the arcade and unlock all these characters that were previously broken. And I gotta give it to them. This was gonna be one of the things I hated from the game. But now, since the developers are actually paying attention to the community, that actually matters a lot. And it increases the review of the game, making it an even better score and making it an even better game. You have no idea how important it is for developers of the game to take care of their community. And the fact that this is working now means the developers are paying attention. And hopefully it will never happen again. So now you could come actually over here, and for 300 fast coins, and you can battle Lolbit and finally unlock him. I'm gonna show you some footage of me actually going into battle so you could think of a strategy of how to defeat him. But I think this is amazing. I'm so happy. I wanted him for the longest time. I'm so happy I finally got him, guys. You have no idea. finally did it. There he is, guys. There he is. Fun Time Lolbit. He has Prize Ball, Mega Virus, and pop-ups. That's amazing. I'm so happy, guys. You have no idea. I was so disappointed that I couldn't unlock that character. I also thought, what is this? It's like a Freddy VR, like graphic Freddy. He's got Megabyte, Clone, and Hollow Technique Lime Green. I have no idea. I gotta test these characters out. But guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this just makes me like the game even more. Now, one of the parts that I really dislike about this game is that for some reason it has player versus player PvP active. I'm not a fan of that. Not that I don't like player versus player, I do. But I don't like games that don't give you the option to choose. Maybe I just want to play the game and be in peace. Or maybe I want to play PvP. Games that just add non-consensual PvP I don't see any reason for that being a thing unless you're trying to make people grief other people. The only fact that non-consensual PvP could be part of any game, I'm not just talking about this game, any game, is to allow players to grief other people and get in their way and make it hard for them. I 100% guarantee you guys that if I chose a strong character and just started PvPing any new character I see joining the game, people wouldn't play the game because people don't want to come into a game where somebody is just griefing them. And active PvP, I do have the option if I wanted to just grief every player I saw around the world. And 100% people, I'm sure a lot of people that play this game don't like that. I've seen people that see me coming and they get so paranoid that they kind of run away, and you see it in the way their character moves. I've been in so many situations where I'm just minding my own business and playing the game and trying to get things done, and a character just decides to kill me because I'm low health. All those things do not help the game, do not make it more fun, and 100% is one of those things I really don't agree and I really don't like about this game, and holds it back from being the best. And now to talk about possibly the worst thing in the game. Now, we know the game has crafting. If you go to a crafting table, there's many items you can craft. For example, you could craft this thing called a core. And you're gonna need sheets of metal. And sheets of metal require melted lava and a bunch of items in the game. And you gotta make it, and you need the metal pieces to melt it in, and you need ember. So these two items. So the bad thing about the game is not the crafting. The crafting, I actually like the crafting. I think it belongs in the game. The bad thing about the game, and possibly the worst thing that holds it back so much, is actually farming the items you need. Having to go out there and fight enemy after enemy after enemy to get the items you need, it's not a bad thing. But when you have to do it because they're so rare and you have to do it for 8 hours, 10 hours, days upon days upon days, guys, I spent so much time trying to find. It possibly took me 3 hours to find one piece of metal, 3 hours to find one ember. Like, that's unreasonable, and for sure is 100% the part I hate the most about the game. I dislike that so much because it's just, it breaks the game, guys. In my opinion, it just breaks the game. And really, why would you, after 2 hours, you just want to quit And just the fact that you need to find a bunch. You need iron. I mean, not iron, the metal piece. You need four of them. And then another one. And 3 hours per piece. So many hours just to find the items you need that I think the game is just broken. Or because the odds of finding these items you need to craft items are required for the game, it's so tedious, it's so horrible. I remember spending 3 days grinding and grinding and grinding just to find all the pieces to build the core so I could build the dimensional crafting table. It took so long just to unlock an item that I could only use once. But I did it because I wanted to show you guys that how you craft it and what it does. And now you don't have to waste your time if you don't want it. What a dimensional crafting table actually does is that you could use a crafting table anywhere in the map. But why do we even need that? Why? Where in the world would you find yourself in a situation where you need to summon a crafting table when there's a crafting tables easily accessible? So I just believe it's not worth it. And unfortunately, there are some items that need these metal pieces and ember. And it's so hard that I believe very few people in the community actually go through the trouble to get these things. I just wish the drop rate for these items was more reasonable and more respectful of our time. Unfortunately, guys, that is one of the worst, if not the number one worst thing in this game. And here we are finally at the end of the video to give our score of our review, to say what do we really think about this game. Well, actually I think the game is very nice. I actually think you should take time and play it. You should come and visit this game. I believe, especially since the developers are still supporting it and making updates and fixing stuff, I really think this game out of 10 is definitely a 8 out of 10. I really like this game. I find myself coming back and keep playing it. And if they keep adding new characters and new things, I'm still gonna find my way back to keep playing this game. I actually really like it. I recommend it. It's family friendly, kid friendly, and it's a very good way to play one of the Five Nights at Freddy games without the horror. Just to have fun and explore with some of your favorite characters and collect them. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. Now, at the end of it, I think you should play this game, and if you want to support the developers, I think you should. I think there's ways to buy with Roblox characters and stuff, and you can actually support the developers so they could keep pushing forward and make the game better. Thank you guys for being here. I encourage you guys to leave a like, subscribe, therefore you won't miss out when I do videos about the FNAF World or any Five Nights at Freddy games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I encourage you to watch some of my videos where I show tutorials about unlocking all types of characters. Thank you guys for being awesome, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace!